between the episodes on Eisenholm. Welcome to the beginning of our third year. Steel is on the horizon. While waiting for the furnace to do its thing, I set out to check the tree taps to see how much resin we'd accumulated. It was a lot. I really need to remember to check on these taps more often. That is an incredible amount of resin. Upon my return home, I was greeted by an unexpected house guest. It's no chicken, but it'll do. After cooking up a quick batch of meals, I set my sights on the future and began firing another batch of iron blooms, so we'll have enough material to refill the steel furnace after the first batch. While the bloomeries fired away, I crafted a spare pickaxe and set out to give that cinnabar search another go. With it being warmer, I could safely venture out under the water to where the readings were indeed much higher. Alas, no cinnabar was to be found. I did, however, find some lead, black coal, copper, and a bit of bismuth. After filling my pockets, I set sail back home, only to be followed by a weird lost dog. He's a rescue. With the farmhouse unintentionally filling up with animals once again, I hopped on outside to collect our batch of iron blooms and got straight to processing them into ingots. Back out in the sunlight, the maple trees had grown. It was time to grab our trusty axe and shears and get to Lumberjacksville. Alongside collecting sticks and seeds, I decided to finally take advantage of the branch cutter mod to collect a whole bunch of leaves for our future decoration endeavors. With the maple trees harvested, I planted a couple straight lines of seeds. Since we have oodles of tree seeds already, I'm not worried about tightly compacting them to make wood collection a bit quicker next time. I gave a couple of the oak trees in the area the same haircut and deforestation treatment in order to gather enough resources to eventually chisel this particular oak tree into something mighty. With the wood and leaves tucked away neatly into storage, it was down to the basement to save some of the hides we had that were just rotting away. I emptied 2 of the still unused salt barrels in order to get a couple batches of leather started. I've got 2 purposes in mind for the future where we're going to need quite a bit of leather, so soak 'em if you got 'em. Afterward, I checked on the steel once more, and lo and behold, the carburization process was complete. And so that brings us to today. We got steel! Now this marks a very momentous occasion for me because I've gotten to this exact point, having blister steel ingots. But I have never, ever had steel tools. Well, maybe I made one in the first world I ever played in, but this is going to be all right, let's pop down the old coffin again. Let's just pop that back there. We have at least 1 brick there to replace. 3. There are 3 bricks that have been broken. That's okay. We'll fix those later. We've got to get up top. I don't care that it's medium. Maybe I should care that it's medium. It's nighttime. There might be drifters up top. Y'all best get out of my workshop. Ooh. You get out of my home. Okay, wind, strong breeze. Y'all better stay good. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Like a kid in a candy store. This is amazing. Fantastic, even. Oh, yes. Power of industry. Yeah, you got this. Come on, Hellhammer. Save me my durability. I'm gonna need it. Yeah, boy. Now we're going to do something very, very special. We're going to make ourselves some steel splitter plugs. And probably, you know what, maybe a pickaxe or something. Yeah. Maybe a scythe? Maybe a scythe? Maybe a hammer. We'll see how our hammer survives this. The durability is not looking so hot. Maybe a hammerhead first might not be the worst idea. For safety. That's one. Only 13 more to go. And for good measure, pickaxe or a scythe? Funny as a scythe would be, we're gonna get a lot more use out of a pickaxe. There's times where you do it for the lulls, and there's times where you just... You do it for the vine. I don't know what temperature steel stops being workable at, but I think I am towing the line here on it getting slightly too cold. Will I get the last voxel in? I do. We did it. We stole it. Stealed it. We're in the steel age. Yeah. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I don't have water up here to quench my stuff. But I do have sticks. Steel hammer. Check. Steel pickaxe. Check. Steel splitter plugs. I don't have to do anything with them. We are a check. Whew. Let's have a snack. We earned it. Okay. Let's just bring our charcoal with us, as well as 2 coffin lids, and 16 of these boys. Because there's no reason not to get a second batch of steel going. Ah, we need to fix these first. Okay. Ah. Mortar combat. These really don't make a lot. You know what? We can get these tier 1 refractory bricks used as well. May as well. They are more likely to break. But what are they gonna do? Just sit there and the kapok seed I bought grew. And the leaves are doing something funky. We'll deal with you later. Today is a good day. We got steel. We got a kapok grown so we can get more seeds from it. That means we have access to a new wood type. The redwood's going to take forever to grow, but that's okay. Alright, we'll pop these tier 1s in here first. A couple of those bricks back. And I am not seeing any of them up here looking bad. Yeah, I think everything there is visible from the inside. So what about under here? Ah, we got this one here. One tile is damaged. Which tile? The one that I can't see with the coffin in the way. There we go. Excellent. Now, let's get a second batch going, because why not? I got the itch. Lit up our coffin. Alright. We're good. I don't have a lit torch on me. I don't think we're going to need that torch at the entrance to this cave. I think we know where it is by now. I'm just gonna yoink you and place you right here. Right where we're gonna need you. Ah, there we go. Light her up. Oh, the second batch of steel is underway. This is a happy day indeed. Ah. Let the rain fall down. You can't dampen my day. You can't rain on my parade, except for literally. And that's okay. 'Cause we're about to make it rain with stone. Just gonna cool these guys off a little bit here. And we're gonna go on a little bit of a conglomerate quarrying spree just to see what these new 7x7x7 slabs feel like. We should probably clear some of this out first, though. Yes, hello, Moose. I know, buddy. It's an exciting day. Yeah. You're so excited. I, too, am also excited. Throw a stone for joy. Splish. Whoops. I also splish. Gotta say, pretty good start for the third year. There is the entrance to the quarry. I'm going to destroy you, quarry. None will survive the onslaught of the rock. Oh! Ow. That's massive. And then we're just gonna do the same thing on this side here. I'm gonna be smart the second time, and we're gonna do the top first. And here we go. Oh. Oh, of course these don't stack. That actually makes a lot of sense. They're very big. 343 conglomerate stone. Divided by 64. That's like 5 1/3 stacks. You know how much cobblestone that's gonna be? The answer is all of it. That's gonna be all the cobblestone. So much cobblestone. Oh, we're in the money. The money is in the mining business. So I'm gonna go grab myself a few more ladders, and then I'm gonna come back here and quarry out a whole bunch of conglomerates so that we can work on the castle as much as our little hearts desire. Okay, well, it might not have been that long, but it's getting to low rift activity, so I think with the 2 slabs we have back at home and these additional 4, that's like 30 and change, 30 and change stacks of stone. I think that might sustain us for a few minutes. Let's get out of here away from this boy. This whole thing here? That's what progress smells like. Now, for as much stone as this is, we have all of this to deal with. And it kind of just wraps around the back. There's a lot of granite. Let's start processing some of it. Now, oh, right, there's more even inside here. So, we don't have any of the quarry mod tools apart from rubble hammers, and that's not what we're gonna want. So I guess it's back up top to make ourselves a couple of tools. Well, we've got a good amount of wind. Well, let's process at least one more ingot, because we've got one sitting right there. We're gonna need another. Because there's 2 very specific tools that we're going to need. We're going to need a rough cut chisel to get ourselves some regular stone, and a finishing chisel so we can get a little bit of polished rock. How dare you? Alright, so let's get to knocking out a few stacks of, well, as much as we can get of both regular and polished granite. So that is what an entire finishing chisel's worth of rock looks like. Let's do it again with the rough cut chisel. And there we go. With just enough room for some of the other stuff that we have all of this polished and regular granite rock. Now this is going to be exceedingly useful for getting started on the workshop's more decorative aspects. Mainly the walls and the floors, which are kind of important. Can't really have rooms without walls and floors, and I guess a ceiling is really just another floor at the bottom of it. So let's grab ourselves, let's just say 6 stacks of each. Why not? Maybe a couple more polished, just for good measure. And even though rift activity is low, let's just see what we can get done in there. Let's just feed another round of coal into that old steel furnace and hope that the rift activity goes down to calm. We left the charcoal back at the house. Okay, and rift activity is very high. I see how it is. Okay, game. You're giving me a message and I am picking it up loud and clear. Right now is not the time for the workshop. Looking through this, I don't think we actually need to use charcoal in the bottom. Inside the coffin, it has to be charcoal or coke, but 2 piles of coal or charcoal. I think that means we can try using some of the brown coal that we have, or even the black coal. Let's give it a shot, even though it's dangerous in there. And then if the rift activity doesn't go down, we can always do a couple of other preparatory things that we're going to need to do. There's a lot of drifty boys outside. This might not be one of the smartest things I've done. Hello, I killed you already. Let's try with half a stack of black coal. I don't know if it's going to be any better or any worse. All I do know is there be drifty boys about. Is it good? It's receiving heat. It's a good sign. Well, since we can't exactly work on anything inside of the workshop, we still have a little bit of cassiterite back from the early days, that one and only cassiterite run that we've done. Now, tin bronze ingots. That is only 8% tin and the rest is all copper, and we have a decent supply of copper. So let's do a little bit of math here. If that is... math. Better do mathing here. Okay, maybe we can't do any of this. It's very high. I'm gonna do the smart thing, and I'm gonna sleep off this night. What time is it? 11? Yeah. There we go. A calm morning. Much better. Good morning, Moose. Bye, Moose. Now, even though it's calm and we could just go on in, I think it's going to be a smart idea to get ourselves a whole bunch of tin bronze ingots. Now, the reason that I want to make a bunch of tin bronze ingots is for lanterns, because the color scheme for the entire workshop is going to be mostly granite, with hints of sandstone for a little bit of a yellowy golden texture color in there. So I think tin bronze lanterns are going to be probably the most visually appealing for that kind of color scheme. And how often are we going to use our cassiterite, honestly? Been sitting in a chest for a long time. We have 2 tin bronze ingots still. Good. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We can do 10 molds at a time. Yeah. There we go. We'll get one going first, pour the molds, and then start this one. And then hopefully the ingots will be cool by the time this one's hot. I hope. I guess we'll find out. While that first batch is cooking, Let's make sure we've got some of the other things we're going to need once we actually get those plates and want to make lanterns. Now, candles. Candles. Those ones I want to keep there. They're good decorations. We've got 3. That's brass. Any other candles in here? No, no candles. Those don't count. So the beeswax, we'll probably just use that. 7, we're gonna need more. Ah, luckily the bees are harvestable. Our inventory is pretty much full though. But with the bees being almost ready, we're probably only going to have to do a little bit of a quartz run just for some more clear quartz. Ah. This brings back memories, doesn't it? The first night that well, no, our second night, technically, we spent in a little bit of a shelter just like this. In fact, this exact shelter. It's been a while since we just sat here and watched something smelt. We've come quite a long way, I'd say, in that amount of time. A couple years in-game, and a real life year, actually, as well, now that I'm thinking about it, almost. Now, we don't have tongs here, do we? Oh, I didn't think about that. Uh-oh, I didn't think about that at all. Okay. Okay. We're gonna need another set of tongs, and it's probably quicker to make them than it would be to go and grab them from the actual elf hammer setup up top. Alright, speed on back over. It's done. Ah. You know, it's a good thing that we're starting to get everything going in that workshop, because if we don't start moving all of our smelting and everything indoors, when 1.20 comes out, we're not going to be able to pour into ingot molds outside anymore, because the second it rains, that stuff's going to shatter. It'll bubble violently, and then break apart the mold, scatter the ingots, well, probably not even a fully formed ingot, scatter the little metal bits all across the ground. And that's not good for anybody. We ruin our pottery. I don't think we lose the metal. I think it just comes out in little hot nuggets. But still, be a lot of wasted time and effort. Nobody wants that. There we go. Let that be. Hopefully these will cool adequately by the time that's ready. Let's hope. But we'll stay in the area here for just a moment. It's not quite 3 full ones. Let's pop them all in the corner, just so they're away. We'll fire those in time, but maybe not for the moment. And the timing works out beautifully. Let's just pick those up too. Pop those on there. And this one's almost done. There we go. A second pouring now of 10 more ingots, which is another 5 lanterns. That's not too bad. Now, I did put away the other 12 ingots of cassiterite just because 7 ingots is going to use just a little bit more tin in terms of efficiency than if we just did 10 ingots. Or 5. But I don't want to do 5. That's an odd number. We need even for lanterns. It would just be odd otherwise. But anyway, while those are cooling, let's go and get ourselves a little bit of that quartz we're going to need for our lanterns. Just pop the old rock away first. Where is the granite? Whoop. We got a little bit of silver down here as well. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Ooh. There's also some very unhappy wolves right above us. But they can't get to us down here. Yeah, that's right. You were wooing sadness. Sadness of the $350 fine I'm gonna throw your way. Okay, 40 pieces of clear quartz. I think that's probably good enough for the time being. It's enough for 20 lanterns. At some point, I should probably build a bridge. Okay, and then the next step is going to be harvesting all of these bees. So let's see, harvestable. Okay, not all of them are harvestable quite yet, but that's good. That just means we will not have to make as many tough decisions about which ones to keep. Let's start breaking these boys. It's the song of the bees. And, you know, with these two not quite harvestable yet, they do have large populations. So, yeah, just all of the harvestable ones. Just gonna break these all down. Get as much honeycomb as we can. Not too shabby. While they're distracted doing their thing, let's go fill up a bucket down below. You're not allowed down here, buddy. There we go, we got our honey right there. No, don't eat it. Forgot I have to do it into a bucket. Can't do it directly into the barrel. Well, I guess we have an even amount of stacks now, I guess. The honey collection's coming in nicely. 14.4 liters. Not too bad, not too bad. We have an extra candle down here that I did not realize was down here. Now you go on up. Get upstairs. Go upstairs. Come on. Little buddy boy. Little bunny man. Go on up. Okay, you know what? You just have your little panics down there. He lives in the basement now, man. Can you believe it? Yeah, I'll give you hugs. Good boy. Okay. There we go. 19 candles. Not too bad. Alright, let's go check on our little tin bronze ingot batch and, well, get to making those lanterns. Baby dry. There we go. Alright. Get these things hammered into plates then, huh? Onward and upward. Ah, silence. Silence is golden. Okay, so let's get all these lanterns made here. Let's just pop what we got in here. Make ourselves a whole bunch of these tin bronze lanterns. By whole bunch, I mean 11. Pop those back down. Grab my regular lantern, pop that in the old offhand. Let's dual wield lanterns. And let's get these boys in place so we don't... There's already boys here. kind of zigzag place these in here. And that lights up this whole place nicely. We shouldn't. We have one in the corner there. We'll pop one in here. Ooh. And we'll just head up top because I'm realizing we're gonna need actual lanterns permanently up there just for now. Not in the end, though. Once we've put in all the axles to bring our machines down to the bottom there, we're not going to have to worry about whether it's lit up or not up here, because we won't really be coming up here at all. Put a couple of these guys like so. We've got the torch in that side, and then we'll probably just, yeah, place that there. Beautiful. Beautiful. Are we coming down to the sweet sound of silence? Oh, no, they're still here, but they're going through some stuff, I think. But it is much easier to see what's going on in here now. And that's really going to set us up to be able to work on this entire workshop next episode without any fear of those guys behind me. They walk into walls and such. I don't think they're much of a threat. Oh, he's seen me. That's okay. We need to go grab ourselves a little bit of stone anyway. Because now we can actually begin working on that whole workshop. So, as we get in here to start collecting our stone so we can bring it into the workshop and to start getting those decorative walls that I was talking about earlier all put into place, I think this is as good a spot as any to call the episode. We got quite a bit done today. We got ourselves prepped and ready. And now that there's light within the workshop itself, we can start building in there pretty quick, actually. Like, almost right away. We just need a little bit of that sandstone that I mentioned earlier. So I'll get to that between the episodes, and then we can dive right on in to getting our workshop all pretty and fancy. So, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Thank you so much for watching. And a special thanks to all of our channel members. You're all the greatest. And I suppose I should say also, welcome once again to the start of our 3rd year. Not a bad start getting into the Steel Age. Getting a whole bunch of rock quarried up. Big old giant slabs of rock. We're going to get a lot of building done this year, I think. It's going to be a very productive year for finishing some slightly neglected projects. But once again, thank you, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye, have a wonderful time. I should carve a throne out of this. Nah, I'd probably just take it for granite.